Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we are making another KayBeeSimss video. This time I pushed myself and I made two men, which is my least favorite thing to do in The Sims, is to make male Sims. They're just so annoying, and I literally don't know how to dress them, but usually they don't have any style like whatsoever. These ones do. The style is farmer, but you know, that's close enough to a style. They're just kind of, they're very country. You know, country living is just, you know, their aesthetic that they have, you know, tried. And, you know, they live on a farm. I think they live in Mount Komorebi, though. I put them on a farm there, though. But I think, like, almost all of their clothes are from the country living pack or cats and dogs. But I also could be really wrong because I'm looking at a singular screenshot that I am basing that claim off of. But I made these two Sims and then their toddler, which is very cute because I also kept the color scheme, which is what I do every single time if you haven't already noticed. I don't really know why that is because families in real life cannot stick to like a singular theme of anything, like anywhere. Like, I swear my brother and my dad will wear, like, gym shorts, and then my mother is dressing for, like, a fancy business occasion, and I'm over here in a floral. Like, you know, that's very, very different. But in The Sims, I swear all of my families just all look exactly the same, and they all dress the exact same, which I think, like, as a toddler, because the toddler could make its own decisions for its clothing. But, like, when they're, like, young toddlers, you just kind of pick their clothes for them because it's a toddler and they're not going to give you, like, an actual, like, choice on what they want to wear. So I feel like that's fine. But, like, it transfers to children and teens that I make, too. They all just look exactly the same. But I don't know, because that also may be, like, taking from my experience building houses where I try and make everything the same theme. But it also just could be just how I do things and make Sims that I've always done this. So, you know, it's very strange, but I thought it was pretty fun. Also, one of the dudes is wearing a bright yellow shirt, so I thought that was pretty fun. I really like yellow, especially yellow clothes are really fun and they're really bright, and I think that's really cool. So we've got, you know, bright yellow shirt and, like, I think, like, overalls and, like, a coat. So, you know, it's pretty fancy. But it all looks pretty cute, and they all look like they'd be farming, like, their carrots and, like, their pumpkins together, and that's just really fun for me. And so, making more Sims, and then they'll probably go in my save, probably, or not. I'm not really sure, because I know I don't have many Sims for Mount Komorebi right now, so potentially, but also this lot that I had put them on already has people on it, so I may just, you know, delete them. So not this family, delete the people that are already there. But yeah, sorry to them if I actually do end up deleting them, but you know, they'll be okay. They won't feel it anyway. That's kind of morbid right there, but you know, moving past that, that's basically it for The Sims. So I'm gonna move on to today's topic, which is pain. Because, you know, that's a really fun, you know, segue right there, just all of that. But my hip has been hurting for about 4 to 5 days now, like, really bad. Like, only when you use it, is how I have been saying, which is not helpful at all. But it is better from, I think Thursdays. I said Thursday. Someone asked how it hurt, or, like, when it hurt or something. I don't know what the question was. But I said, it hurts when I have a hip. So, you know, it's gone down from there. Now we are a bit better. And now it only hurts when I, like, walk or move my leg in the slightest. Like, if I step up onto something, or if I move my legs sideways, or if I try and get up on my bed, it hurts. But it's not like, debilitating pain. It just is really annoying, and I, like, try not to do, like, anything. So I've been throwing myself upon my bed, which is kind of fun. To be fair, I did that before the hip pain, but just not all of the time. Now I've just been throwing myself, just, like, get on the bed, and just, like, hitting the bed. You know, it's pretty fun. May keep that one after I, you know, hopefully fix my hip pain. But I think I know what the hip pain is from, and I think it's from cheerleading, because cheerleading is so painful, especially when you just keep pushing yourself and keep doing things over and over again. So I'm assuming it's from either doing kicks or jumps, or kicks and jumps, like, over and over again at practices and games. because the first time that I noticed that my hip hurt like a lot was Tuesday's football game. But I have like kind of like chronic knee pain because it like goes away and comes back kind of thing. Like all of the time when I'm doing cheer, which is probably something I should get looked at. I don't know words, but you know, it's like does not cross my mind at all when I go to the doctor. I swear all of my issues just disappear from my brain. Like, because I also need to talk to the doctor about the black dot that sometimes appears in the middle of my eye. I went to the doctor like 3 weeks ago. Didn't tell them at all. But, you know, that'll be fine. I'll just write a list at some point. And then probably just forget the list. But, you know, it's probably okay. But practice has been rough this week, especially because I've been in pain like almost the entire time. But also I'm half asleep, so, you know, it's also rough for that reason. But another thing is that earlier this week, I think for like Sunday until like mid-Wednesday, I couldn't hear out of my left ear. Like, it felt like someone had pushed a cloth down my ear. That's the best way I could explain it. Like, you could hear, like, if someone were to scream in my ear, I could hear them. Like, obviously, kind of the thing. But if you were to talk on my left side, like, anywhere, it had to come over to my right ear to be able to hear you. So I literally just couldn't hear anything. So it was really, really annoying, especially in class, and, like, anytime I was talking to, like, people, like, next to me, and so it was a very difficult, you know, 3 days. The worst part about it was that it kept going in and out, so, which, you know, I guess kind of sounds like it would be a good thing, because, like, sometimes you'd be able to hear it, sometimes you can't, but, no, because it was so strange. One, it was very uncomfortable when I did get partial hearing back, because then, you know, I could hear out of part of my ear, but that part of my ear would feel like you're kind of like squeezing it, like imagine like that. It felt like kind of that when I would get the hearing back in that area. And then also my ears were like really unusually warm, like the entire time that I had this issue. Not really sure. I was just saying that it, you know, was causing my ears to go on overdrive, which is just the thing I said every single time anybody was like, why are your ears warm? I don't know. You think I know? Which is this questions people ask. How am I supposed to know why my ears are warm? I can't ask them. But, you know, moving past that. But also with the thing that they're going in and out. On Tuesday and Wednesday more specifically, when I would get partial hearing back into my left ear, my right ear would go partially out. Like, it was like a, you know, 3/4 over here, 1/4 over here. But only this ear had hearing loss. But this ear, when I had like partial hearing in my left ear, I got the feeling of like the cloth down my ear on my right side. I really would really like to know why that makes any sense in there. But my ears, I just messed up earlier this week. But as far as I'm aware, they are currently good, knock on some wood. But it was very strange. It was to the point where I had to tell my coach Tuesday when I went to practice, like, I can't hear out of my left ear. And I was like, we probably will go to the doctor, but then by the time that we could have probably made a doctor's appointment, my ear was better. So I honestly have no idea. But it was just a lot earlier this week. But to be fair, I also can't hear most of the times. Just in general, when people are talking towards me, I don't hear them. I promise that is not a purposeful thing, I just cannot hear. But also with that, I forget every time I go to the doctors, like I said earlier. So it's just a whole thing of just not having the memory and having too many problems to, you know, fix it. But it's very, very strange. It's been a very, very strange week. Hopefully next week will be a little less strange, but interesting enough to talk about in voiceovers. That's all. I want less pain on my end, more kids having issues that I can talk about. Not bad issues, though. Funny issues, like, you know, throwing crayons at the wall or something. I don't know. Something talking about worthy. But, you know, I would prefer not to lose my hearing again, because that was really rough. But that's about it. That's, like, all that happened this week is what you've been hearing in the last 4 voiceovers. But we are getting to the end of the video, so If you did like this video, subscribe maybe to see more videos like this or hear more voiceovers and stories like this. But I do post a new video 4 days of the week, so you can watch another video next time. Bye!